Today, we are talking about what is happening in Sokoto State in real time. Activity that has been described in headlines like Sokoto shaken as bandits, abandoned camps, fearing total wipeout. Before anything else, please like this video, please subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss important updates like this as they unfold. Let's get into the story. What you are seeing now in Sokoto is a major shift in the security situation. Nigerian security forces, including the Nigerian Army's 8th Division and Joint Task Forces, have been intensifying operations against armed bandits and militants in Sokoto and across the northwest. These operations have involved ground assaults on bandit hideouts, raids on camps, and strategic pressure that has forced many of these criminal groups to abandon their previously secure bases. Please like this video and subscribe for more updates. Across 2025 and into early 2026, the Nigerian Army recorded significant tactical gains against bandit groups. In multiple coordinated raids and offensives, troops successfully neutralized armed criminals, foiled planned attacks, and recovered weapons and equipment, which disrupted the logistical strength of these groups. The offensive activities spanned many parts of Sokoto, including areas like Isa local government and other forested enclaves known to harbor bandits. Don't forget to like and subscribe now if you haven't. These actions are not isolated. Joint operations have included foreign support, with US-assisted airstrikes reported to have targeted extremists and militant hideouts in Sokoto. These strikes were widely reported to have hit suspected Lekurawa and Islamic State affiliates embedded in the region, beyond their typical bases in the northeast. Go ahead and like this video and hit subscribe. The strategic cooperation here is intended to cripple terror cells and reduce the capacity of criminals to regroup. As a result of sustained pressure from these combined operations, ground raids, intelligence-driven missions, and aerial support, many bandits have abandoned their camps. The term "fearful of total wipeout" used in viral headlines reflects what we're seeing on the ground. Criminal elements are losing safe havens that for years they used to launch attacks, kidnap residents, rustle livestock, and terrorize entire communities. Please like this video and subscribe now. This is a big moment because for many years, these bandits effectively controlled large swathes of rural Sokoto and neighboring states, forcing families to abandon farms and villages. Entire communities were displaced, people fled their homes to seek safety elsewhere, markets shut down, and lives were disrupted in ways that damaged local economies. Remember to like and subscribe. It supports this channel so we can continue bringing you real news like this. One of the effects of this pressure is that hostages have been freed. The army and task forces have rescued more than 1,000 kidnapped victims in the northwest, including Sokoto, and recovered a large cache of weapons, showing that the tactical campaign is making a real impact. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe before we continue. Now, let's understand what this means for the people in Sokoto. When bandits choose to flee their camps, it means they are no longer able to hold the territory. That gives security forces the opportunity to reclaim control of rural areas and protect citizens more effectively. Farms previously abandoned can be tended again. Markets and social life may begin to return. Parents may start to send their children back to school in safer conditions. These are important developments, and they deserve your attention. Like this video, subscribe now, and stay with us as we go deeper. But we need to be clear. This does not mean the threat has disappeared. Abandoned camps do not mean disbanded fighters. Often, armed groups retreat to deeper forest areas or shift their patterns of operation. They may scatter into smaller cells or move across borders to regroup. History tells us that bandit groups in the northwest have repeatedly adapted to pressure before. Like this video and subscribe if you want regular updates on this evolving story. We also have to consider the broader context. Sokoto has been a front line in the bandit crisis, that has affected much of northwestern Nigeria for years. Criminal groups have attacked markets, kidnapped villagers, and carried out murders that forced many to flee their homes. In previous incidents, entire towns have reported dozens of casualties in single attacks. These realities shape the environment from which today's breakdowns and breakthroughs have emerged. Please like and subscribe before we go on. Education has felt the impact of insecurity too. Historic schools in rural areas have been abandoned. Students and teachers were relocated to safer towns because bandit threats made it impossible to operate in the original communities. This disruption has inflicted long-term damage on the future of thousands of children in Sokoto. Today's security gains may pave the way for these schools to return, but only if safety continues to improve. Again, like this video and subscribe for more insight. When we talk about bandits abandoning camps, what we are really talking about is a shift in momentum. A moment where security forces have managed to push back criminal networks after long periods of fighting for ground. It is a moment filled with hope and cautious optimism. For the people living in affected areas, this moment represents a chance to rebuild lives, recover cattle that were stolen, return to their fields, and restore the rhythms of normal life. But it's also a moment that must be handled carefully, because empty camps today could be resettled by fighters tomorrow if pressure is relaxed. So don't forget to like and subscribe before we continue. Now, let's address the human impact. And this is why your engagement matters. The people of Sokoto have faced trauma from repeated raids. They have lost loved ones. They have seen their homes burned and livestock taken. But with bandits losing territory, we are seeing a glimpse of relief. Families are beginning to return. Community leaders are hopeful. Local economies are showing early signs of revival. These are real stories of resilience. And they're important for every Nigerian and every African watching today. Please like this video and subscribe for more live updates. Another thing to understand is that this is not just about fighting, it's about long-term stability and development. When bandit groups abandoned their camps, it opened space for community watch groups and local volunteers to support the security forces in safeguarding reclaimed areas. This partnership increases the chances that violence won't simply return when soldiers leave. Hit like and subscribe now and stay connected so we can cover these community efforts as they unfold. We also have to recognize that foreign support has played a role. Joint efforts with international partners have helped to extend the reach of the Nigerian military in ways that were not previously possible. These kinds of collaborations bring additional intelligence, technology, and tactical options that help neutralize threats and signal that the government is serious about restoring peace and security. Like this video and subscribe. This helps us bring you verified reports like this. But let me say again, the fight is not yet won. Abandoned camps are a sign of pressure and progress, but the underlying conditions that gave rise to banditry, such as poverty, unemployment, and porous borders, need long-term solutions. So while we celebrate today's gains, we must also call for sustained efforts to support communities, deliver development, and ensure that every child can go to school safely. Please like this video and subscribe for deeper coverage on this important issue. This wraps up the current situation in Sokoto as it stands right now. Bandits have been pressured significantly. Camps are being abandoned. Rescued victims are being reunited with families. And there's a renewed optimism among many local citizens about a safer future. But we will continue to monitor how the story evolves. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. If you want me to continue with the next part of the story, including what this means for neighboring states and how other regions are responding, just tell me and I'll add it to the next segment.